Welcome back to Beyond the Numbers. I'm Bev Wakefield, and this is the podcast where we take the stress out of business finance and break down the numbers in a way that actually makes sense. Today's episode is about something that sounds so simple but can be so hard: knowing when to say yes and when to say no. Because for so many business owners, saying yes feels like progress, opportunity, growth, but too many yeses, and suddenly you're drowning in half-finished ideas, overcommitment, and decision fatigue. So today we're going to help you spot the right yeses, get comfortable saying no, and build a business that fits, not one that burns you out. In the early days of business, you probably said yes to everything. Yes, I can do that. Yes, I'll send a quote. Yes, let's chat. And at first, it helped. You said yes to learn, to earn, and to build. But if you never switch gears, you'll hit a wall. You'll say yes out of habit, not strategy. You'll chase distractions, not direction. So what if we paused and asked, what am I really saying yes to? And what is it costing me? Because every yes is a no to something else. Business can be hard, and you might feel pulled in too many directions, overbooked, overstretched, and underwhelmed. Perhaps full of ideas, but finishing none of them, resentful of your own calendar, and you're doing good things, but not the right things. Your business might even look successful from the outside, but inside it feels chaotic. That's what too many yeses can do. And too many no's, you might miss out on the magic. A client of mine ran a brilliant coaching business, but she'd said yes to so many things: one-to-one coaching, group programs, a membership, speaking events, an online course, and each one worked a bit, but she was exhausted. No time to scale anything, no clarity on what really moved the needle. So we did a decision audit, and she realised I'd been saying yes to avoid disappointing people, not because these are the right moves for me. So she cut 2 offers, deepened one, and doubled her profit within a year. So how do we make the right choice? Let's take a look at a step-by-step on the flip chart. So let's make this practical. Here's a decision-making framework to help you say yes or no with confidence. So step 1, define your focus. What's your primary goal this quarter? What does success actually look like? And what's the one thing you want to move forward? Step 2, create a yes and no filter. So ask, does this align with my focus? Will it help me grow sustainably? And do I have the capacity to deliver this with quality? And would I be excited to do it again? If it's not a hell yes, it might be a no. Now, step 3. This is all about time, energy, and return on investment. So look at the potential cost. How much time will it take? How much energy will it use? And what is the likely return? In money, impact, visibility, and joy. Sometimes the return isn't revenue. It might be peace, or space, or sanity. You'll hear so many philosophies on decision making. Richard Branson is all about saying yes, then working out how to do it later. Greg McKeown in his essentialism, if it's not a hell yes, it's a no. Dan Sullivan, the strategic coach, focus only on what uses your unique ability. And Derek Sivers, if it's not an absolute yes, again, it's a no. And Ramit Sethi, he's all about designing your rich life your way. And guess what? They're all right, but maybe not all right for you right now. The trick isn't picking the best philosophy, it's picking the right one for your current season. Early stage, maybe say yes, experiment and learn. Scaling up, say no, focus and protect. Now, clarity beats comparison. Intentionality beats intensity. You don't need more wisdom. You need the filter that works for you. So what are my top tips for decision making? Tip 1, create a no for now list. Keep great ideas somewhere safe, but not on your to-do list. I call this my pins list. Tip 2, rehearse your no. Practice ways to say no with grace. So this sounds brilliant, but I'm at capacity. Not right now, but I'd love to revisit this in the future. And I'm saying no to protect my current focus. Tip 3, know your 3 core values. Decisions become easier when you know what you're optimizing for. For example, your freedom, impact, or creativity. Tip 4, watch out for ego-driven yeses. Not all shiny opportunities are right. Some are just flattery with deadlines. Tip 5, schedule decision time. Sleep on big decisions. Don't say yes on the spot. So you don't have to be the yes person. You don't have to fear missing out. You don't have to follow someone else's decision rules. However, you do need a decision filter, your own version of success, and the courage to pause before you commit. Because every yes shapes your future and every no protects your energy. If you're ready to get more intentional with your decisions, I'd love to hear from you. What's the biggest yes you've made this year? What's the no that freed you? And so that's a wrap on season 2 of Beyond the Numbers. This season, we've looked beyond the shiny revenue goals and really asked, what do you want from your business? From defining your version of enough, to building recurring revenue, to making better decisions without the guilt. We hope these episodes have helped you build a business that actually works for your life. We're taking a short break for Christmas, but we'll be back in January with season 3. See you then.